Welcome to The Explainer.
We're not just talking about an AI that can spit back facts it found online. We're talking about something that can actually reason its way through really complex problems. It's a shift that could honestly be as fundamental as the invention of the computer itself.
So, let's start with the big news that really kicked all of this off in late 2024. OpenAI rolling out their new O1 model series.
And look, this is not just another yearly upgrade. This is a totally different way of thinking about AI. We're moving away from AI as a fancy search engine to AI as a thinking partner. It's the difference between finding answers that already exist and figuring out the process to get to brand new ones.
So what is it that makes this model tick? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and break down the features that give it this incredible power to reason.
Okay, so first up is this idea called chain of thought. The best way to picture it is like a math test. A basic calculator just gives you the final number. But a great student, they show their work step by step. And that's exactly what O1 does. By breaking down its reasoning, we can actually follow its logic, which means we can trust its conclusions a lot more, and even correct it if it goes off track.
And to pull off all that step-by-step thinking, the model uses something called reasoning tokens. Think of this as the AI's private scratchpad. It can do thousands of calculations and logical steps completely behind the scenes, keeping all the messy work hidden so that what it gives you is just a clean, final answer.
So how much scratchpad space does it have? A whopping 128,000 tokens. That's its context window. I mean, to put that into perspective, it's like asking it to read the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and then analyze it all at once without forgetting a single detail from the first page. It's huge.
And this incredible power isn't just a one-size-fits-all thing. OpenAI actually released a whole family of these models. You've got the full power O1 for the really heavy-duty science and engineering stuff, and then there's O1 Mini for more everyday, cost-effective uses. It really makes this tech accessible to pretty much everyone.
Okay, all these features sound super impressive, but, talk is cheap. How does O1 actually perform when you put it to the test? Well, the results are you're going to want to see this for yourself.
Let's start with problems from the International Mathematics Olympiad. We're talking some of the absolute toughest math questions in the world. O1 solved 83% of them. Now, for comparison, its predecessor, the very powerful GPT-4, only managed 13%. That's not just an improvement, it's a completely different league of reasoning.
And this power isn't just for math. It extends to other really critical areas. Take medicine. When it was given patient data and asked for a diagnosis, O1 hit 88% accuracy. Experienced human doctors with the exact same info averaged just 35%.
So the really important point here is that this technology isn't just faster, it's seeing things differently. It can spot these subtle patterns and connections in really complex, rare cases that are just incredibly difficult for even a seasoned expert to see.
Now, this ability to solve these mind-bendingly complex problems isn't just for tests and diagnostics. It's actually being used right now to tackle one of the biggest challenges in all of science, unlocking quantum computing.
So quantum computers are a whole new paradigm. Instead of regular bits, they use what are called qubits, which can be a 0, a 1, or somehow both at the same time. This lets them solve problems that are literally impossible for our current computers. But, and it's a big but, there's a huge challenge.
For a really long time, the biggest roadblock for researchers wasn't even building the quantum machines themselves. It was writing the unbelievably complex software that you need to actually make them do anything useful.
And this is where O1 is a total game changer. It's the key to breaking that software bottleneck. It uses that chain of thought reasoning to take these impossibly complex quantum algorithms and break them down into parts humans can actually understand. It's helping classical and quantum systems talk to each other, and it's speeding up discovery in everything from material science to cybersecurity.
But of course, with this level of power comes immense responsibility. This technology, it presents us with both these incredible opportunities and some very serious questions that we have to start dealing with right now.
Take critical fields like healthcare. On one hand, it could mean much better diagnoses. On the other, it raises serious questions about algorithmic bias, making health disparities even worse. Or in law, it could lead to more accurate analysis, but it could also really damage public trust if it's not used transparently.
So to navigate this new world, we have to start asking some really hard questions. How do we make sure this is equitable? How do we demand transparency? How do we fight bias, keep public trust, and figure out who's accountable when an AI gets something wrong? These aren't just technical problems anymore. They are deeply societal ones.
And this really is the main takeaway. The conversation about how we use this technology is just as important as the technology itself. The goal has to be making sure that these unbelievable advancements benefit everybody in society, not just a handful of people.
This question, it's not science fiction anymore. It's very real. As AI begins to genuinely outthink us, who gets to set the rules? That's a question we all need to start thinking about, because the dawn of AI reasoning isn't coming, it's already here. And shaping its future is a responsibility we all share.